Good day, everybody. How are you doing? I am Eric Anderson, and this is the Bass and Triads channel, where we're spending just a little bit more time taking a look at the Metronome Beats app that is usable on both the Android and the iPhone systems for those of us that like to work with the metronome and to train ourselves and prepare with the metronome. I think I've told you before, I've been using this metronome for probably like about 9 years now, and it's been very consistent and very reliable. This particular video is going to give more attention to a question that I received not long ago, and the question had to do with dotted quarter notes, but more specifically, the question becomes, can you set up the metronome in such a way that it has that dotted quarter note, followed by quarter note rhythm that is commonly heard in the main theme of Mission Impossible. So that song is actually written in 5/4. So you have a dotted quarter note which takes up 3/8 notes, and then you have a second dotted quarter note which takes up another 3, and then you have 2 quarter notes, each of those taking up 2 eighth notes each, so you actually wind up having 10 eighth notes. So I was tinkering around with this, and I think I may have hacked exactly what my friend was asking about. So here it goes, right? So if you take a look at this metronome that I have set up right now, what we have is we have it set as the measure is defined as 4 clicks in a measure. And so the assumption is that we're playing in 4/4 time, so that the quarter note is represented by the click. But this is a very important issue here. This is what I want everybody to catch. How many times have you used a screwdriver for something other than removing and installing screws? And we find that when when we get our hands on a screwdriver, we use it for a ton of different things that have nothing to do with the screwdriver's original intent. So what the folks did that created the Metronome Beats app is that they added in this nice little feature that actually enables us to set up the metronome to play these unique rhythmic ideas like the dotted quarter note, followed by a quarter note pattern, which would be done in 5/4, 5/8. So you do this. You go here to this old school metronome symbol, and what you do is you open that up, and then what you select is Advanced Rhythms, the second one down. And you can see that right now, because I have my metronome set up in 4, that it's kind of mapped out all the 16th notes. You can see the orange block is 1 E and the yellow block is 2 E and the second yellow block is 3 E and then finally the third yellow block is 4 E and so it's accounting for all of the counts in a measure of 4/4. But give this a try. If you set your metronome setting to 5 instead of to 4, and you keep this pattern like this, then you can start to play around with these. All you have to do is you can see how it kind of blew up there, which is nice. Just like on the original page, you can just tap the yellow box once and you can get rid of it. So think of it like this, that each one of these blocks, we're going to call it an eighth note instead of a 16th note. And when you do that, a dotted quarter note would take up 3 of these blocks. So if you go 1, 2, 3, and then you scroll over a little bit more, 1, 2, 3, which would be right here. And then what you get is, excuse me, so you'd want to take this out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then starting here on the and of 3, so to speak, you'd want to go 3 from there, which would be on the E of 4, so to speak. And then on the 5 and the and of 5. And you'll notice here, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to play this and listen to it. And if you listen to that, That's the fundamental rhythmic pulse of the Mission Impossible theme. It also works good with Dave Brubeck's Take 5. And now what you can do when you have it set up like this, you can very easily take your tempo up to, you can get out of this and you can see that it's keeping this same rhythmic phrase that you just put together. It's keeping it together. So now if you want, you can push your tempo up. And obviously you can slow your tempo down quite a bit if you're taking your time and you really want to get the phrasing just right. So this, my friends, to me is like a really, really great hack. So I'm going to do another video that shows more detail about this particular feature, because I'm just sitting here looking at this and I'm already seeing and hearing a bunch of really cool ideas that could be used to play around with this. So you can almost think of it that this feature pretty much gives you like a portable, low budget drum machine that you carry with you in your pocket that you can design your own beats and ideas with, just so that when you grab your bass or your guitar or the keyboard or whatever, you've got that rhythmic idea working all the time, but it's just sitting here working right here in your phone or on your iPad or on your tablet, and then you can adjust your tempo and you can play around with it any way you want. So that's it for this one. One of those coolest hacks that I've discovered. I certainly appreciate the question that was asked, and I definitely encourage you to do more of the same. Keep asking questions, and I will do the best that I can to get the information that answers your question as accurately as possible. So with all things, my friends, just like every other video, if this is helping out a little bit, throw me a little bit of love with a like, because, well, that's always a good thing to have. If you're finding all of these videos beneficial, please subscribe to the channel. And as well, if you got other musicians that are using this app that would like a couple of tips and pointers, please share this one with you, right? And as always, definitely leave comments down below and I will do the best that I can to respond to them. And just as we're seeing today, the comment you leave below, the question and the inquiry could wind up becoming the topic for a future video. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, my friends. Have a great day. Have fun with music and just keep playing your butt off, because that's what all of us musicians do, okay? Take care and I'll see you around.